Good morning, everyone. It's Dave Vitale, and sorry we're not getting back to you for a day. I had to put this thing back together, and I have a lot of other work I'm doing here. As you can see, we got a full parking lot here in Spring Hill, Florida. We just crank vehicles in and out. So anyways, I was working on that 2013 Mercedes-Benz ML350 with the 642 diesel turbo diesel motor, 3 liter, however you want to put it, oil leak. So basically, someone thought it was a couple different problems. As I was stating before, I don't know if I was clear. A lot of times my mind races because I got so many parts and so many things to remember all at once, and I try and do these videos quick. So I got this motor back together and it's running good. No leaks, no check engine lights. So we're going to put up in the air and make sure that this is the oil leak problem. They thought it was the rear main seal. They brought it to me and said, can you figure this thing out? And I said, absolutely. It was the oil cooler that was leaking from the top down to the bottom. We also changed the oil separator on the back here. I don't know if you guys can see right here. This oil separator, we changed that. It was pouring oil into the turbo and causing a little bit of smoke, so we got rid of that. We changed a bunch of O-rings in this job. I cleaned the oil cooler. The customer only had enough money to pay for what was done, and actually they didn't even have enough of that. We're letting it slide, and they're getting this really cheap. We did do an update on their rear main seal. That was done by one of the other mechanics who thought that was the issue, and it wasn't. But Mercedes has done an update on that rear main seal, and it's worthy to get that job done if you've not done that on your 2012s and 2013s. I believe 2014 642 turbo diesel motors. So let's put this thing in the air and let's see what we got. Just verifying. We've already done the heat flash for the new gaskets and the coolant's in it. Yeah, so you can hear it's running very well. We did major cleaning, major cleaning on all the intake, all the EGR runners, all the tubing, all the ductwork. Everything was immaculately cleaned by yours truly here. And I probably upset my boss 100%, guaranteed, because there's a lot more work than he thought that it was going to go into. There's all the sludge in there from the inside of this motor that I took care of. This thing was pretty neglected on its oil changes a few times. So, alright, this right here, this leaking is your Florida moisture coming from the evaporator, and that's supposed to leak water. Otherwise you would have a cabin filled full of moisture and water. So this is lots of humidity in Florida, so the evaporators accumulate it and it comes out through a little drain. But you can see that before, this thing was leaking terribly right down through here, just pouring oil, pouring right out. And the reason, like I said, was the oil cooler. Neglect on a few oil changes. The oil cooler was clogged. I did clean the inside of it tremendously, and I got it pretty darn clean and got it, so oil could flow through. Also, these are the seals. So when this oil cooler, naturally these seals get hot and they lose their elasticity and expansion, and they get compressed, and over time they just start to leak normally. But it doesn't help that when you neglect your oil changes and it gets clogged up and the pressure builds up, that it leaks like that also. So this is fixed, guys. This is a totally fixed job, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. I'm David Vitale. I'm working here in Spring Hill, and I'm doing all your Mercedes, I'm doing all your Ford trucks, all your diesels, and high-end cars. Alright, busiest shop in the county, and we're building a new one right next door. So looking forward to seeing you guys out here in Spring Hill, Florida, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you for your for watching.